What's up, you guys? It's your boy Scotty, and you're watching yet another segment of my perspective. And this is when I talk about things that's going on in the entertainment industry, or just my opinion on real life issues. First of all, I just want to send a special shout out to two of my favorite subscribers. One by the name of Justin. His YouTube name is For Real Man. He has been there from the very beginning. He has been showing me love from the very beginning. He's on my Facebook friend list. He always shows me love. He's always been such a huge fan of my channel, and I greatly appreciate all of his love and support. I really do. Words can express how much I appreciate it. I also want to send a shout out to another one of my subscribers. I'm guessing his name is John due to his Twitter name. I don't remember his Twitter name all the way out, but I want to send a special shout out to him because he actually gave me a great topic to speak on for my perspective video, but I decided not to talk about it in this very video because I think that the topic that he suggested deserves its own video. So I will be doing another my perspective next week, and it will be on the topic that John suggested to me. So thank you, John, for that suggestion. I hope you're watching this, and if you are, make sure you comment and let me know that you've seen it. As y'all can see, I'm having a bad hair day. My line is fucked. My line is all the way turned up. My hair is all the way turned up. It's a damn near mini afro at this point. So I'm really having a bad hair week, and I'm looking a hot ass mess, and I can't wait to get this shit off my head. Y'all really don't understand how ready I am to get this stuff off my head. With that being said, let's get into the video. And everybody, I'm gonna talk about 5 things. And the first thing I'm going to talk about, of course, is K. Michelle and Toya. Y'all already know that I was going to talk about that. If any of you follow me on Twitter, y'all seen me going ham about this shit. And apparently, Toya did an interview yesterday, and she basically was talking about everything that happened with, you know, I guess after K. Michelle did her interview with the Breakfast Club, she decided to do her own review, interview or whatever, and she talked about K. Michelle. She said she was schizophrenic, even brought a kid into it. And you know, yesterday after the interview, K. Michelle also made a few little tweets regarding it. They were all indirect tweets, but today she actually added Toya. And hold on. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, so Toya added her today, and she basically said a whole lot of crazy stuff to her. She basically told her that she need to find herself, and she need to prove that she got the GED, that the issue was never with her, and she's not crazy enough to lose her son, but she's crazy enough to slap her ass on sight. Hilarious. So this is what I'm going to say about this situation, and I'm not going to be, I don't want anyone to think that I'm being biased just because I'm a big fan of K. Michelle, because I'm not that type of person, because I've called K. Michelle out before on her own shit. And this is what I'm going to say. First of all, I'm going to say it like this. Toya has been taking shots at K. Michelle since last year. Let's just be for real. She has, and I've seen it for myself. K. Michelle did a How to Love remake, and she talked about all of the people that she used to date or whatever, and there was a certain line in there that she wrote about Memphis, but I mean, she wrote a line about everybody she dated, so why should he be excluded from it? He did date her, you know what I'm saying? And this is what gets me. Everybody keeps saying K. Michelle need to stop talking about it. K. Michelle talk about it too much. First of all, she doesn't even talk about it on the show. She only talked about it on the show once. And Toya and Memphis have been taking shots at her for the last year. Okay, she gets on the show, she talks about it. Mind you, all the times that Toya took shots at K. Michelle never once gave her a response. She never said anything about her, because the problem was never with Toya. The problem was with Memphis. She understands that Toya is down for her man. Who wouldn't be down for their man? But at the same damn time, you know what I'm saying, how you gonna try to come for another bitch for speaking on their story, telling their story, talking about what the fuck they went through? Okay, she get on Love and Hip Hop. You know, she tells a story about what happened between her and Memphis and the whole record deal situation, and then, you know what I'm saying, She goes in, she doesn't even call Memphis' name. After the episode airs, Memphis and Toya goes and do all these interviews and they talk about K. Michelle. Now K. Michelle decides, you know what I'm saying, to address Memphis. But when a bitch keep coming for you, it's only so much that you can take. And Toya has been coming for K. Michelle for a year. And K. Michelle has not once said anything back to Toya until recently. That's just how long it was. She's always turned the other cheek because in her mind, Toya was never the problem. Her issue was with Memphis. So therefore, Toya had nothing to do with it. Toya didn't know Memphis back then, and she really did not know Memphis back then. And then to everybody that's saying, why did she wait till now to say something? First of all, what you have to understand is that, K. Michelle was not known. Basically, K. Michelle was K. Michelle was unknown to the general public before Love and Hip Hop. K. Michelle was pretty much underground, pretty much an underground R&B singer, just like Rashida is an underground rapper. K. Michelle was basically an underground R&B singer. Not too many people knew who the fuck K. Michelle was. Unless you was following K. Michelle for the last 3 years like I have, you would have known that she been talking about this. You know, she been talking about the situation with Memphis. She talked about it on her first mixtape. I mean, she didn't even call his name then. So you know what I'm saying? It's obvious that she been talking about it. The only reason why it just seemed like that she just now bringing it up now is because she's on this bigger platform now, and she's being more known to the public now, and everybody's taking interest in it. That's why it seems like she talks about it. Not to mention there's the interviews where she got to talk about it, and every time she does an interview, you know, they always bring up the Memphis question. Number one, Toya, shut the fuck up, okay? Because of the simple fact, you cannot come from another bitch for telling their story on a platform like Love and Hip Hop ATL. You took the Tiny and Toya platform and you decided that you want to talk about Lil Wayne and your issues with him and your struggles with him. You talked about Lil Wayne for 2 seasons straight, long before you met Memphis. And while you were talking about Wayne, that's when K. Michelle was up getting her ass beat by Memphis. You didn't know who the fuck Memphis was. You didn't know what type of man he was. And what people have to understand, just because a man is nice to one woman doesn't mean that he is to another. It's a lot of motherfuckers that I've seen treat one woman like shit, beat they ass, treat them like they dirt, but when they get with the next bitch, that's when they decide to change their ways and become a changed man all of a sudden. And that's the type of man that Memphis is. And you can tell that he's an abusive ass bitch, because ever since Love and Hip Hop came, he posting shit on Twitter and Instagram talking about I made you, I own you. That sounds like some Ike Turner ass language that he's speaking. He cannot sit up here and tell me that he did not whoop her ass, because I believe that he did. Not to mention, okay, K. Michelle went on the Breakfast Club and she basically explained everything that happened. She explained how she got out of her deal. The reason why she got out of her deal was because she saved all of the text messages that were exchanged between her and Memphis talking about the situation, him threatening her and her kid if she said anything about the incident. I mean, come on. That's how she got out of her record deal with RCA and Jive, like, and her lawyers was on it. R. Kelly came into the situation and he started working with her. That's the main reason why she started working with R. Kelly in the first place, because her relationship with Memphis had soured. That is why she got with R. Kelly in the first place and started working with him, because the label, because of the whole incident between her and Memphis, it was impossible for them to work together. They brought R. Kelly into the mix. He did not want R. Kelly working with her. He felt like K. Michelle was his artist. That goes back to him thinking that he owned her. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show you that Memphis is not innocent. And even in the motherfucking interview, K. Michelle said that she wasn't innocent. She knows she pops off at the mouth. They were arguing when it happened, and he probably felt like, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of this bitch. He popped her the fuck off. It doesn't matter if she got a small mouth or not. No man is supposed to put his hands on a motherfucking woman, and that's what the fuck he did. And I don't give a fuck. All you Toya supporters can kiss my ass. People always want to sit up here and make it seem like K. Michelle being childish by herself. They're all being childish, Toya included. She was the first one to bring shit to Twitter. She was the first one. She's the first one who took shots at her. She was, honestly. Like, I know that's her husband, and the only thing that I can say is I'm not downing her for being down for her husband. That's the man she married. Ain't nobody finna, you know, I can't really say that I can come down on her for that. I would never come down on her for that part. But my whole thing is, bitch, stop speaking on the incident. You don't know what happened. You wasn't there. And I slick believe that she did know about it. the way she's so pressed about it, like she the main one who was taking shots. Now that K. Michelle decides to take shots back, everybody want to get mad and say she being childish and unprofessional. I mean, who the fuck cares? And then people put your pain in your music. Do this. She does put her pain into her music, and when she does put her pain in her music, everybody still has something to say about it. So it's like she's the bad guy either way it go, and that's why I sympathize with her. I don't give a fuck. It's just beyond her being one of my favorite artists. It goes beyond that. Like some of the situations that she's dealing with, I got a mama, and I've seen her deal with the same shit. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, I sympathize with her. I understand where she coming from. The whole people, you know, being abused, and you tell somebody, they say that you lying because they don't believe they would do that, and then the person that did the shit to you lying to your face when they know that they did it, and now everybody blacklisting you, making you look like the bad guy. That's how I see it, and that's why she is the way she is. She's a woman scorned. People might say she bitter. I honestly do believe K. Michelle is bitter. Who wouldn't be bitter? This man beat her ass. You know what I'm saying? He threatened her and her kid. He spent her damn budget up. Then he gets up. When she decided to talk on it, he denies it into the public, making her look like she crazy, making people blacklist her, doing this, doing that. He get with Toya, this bitch coming for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much to be going on, and I honestly understand why she is the way she is. I don't think she innocent in it either, but people need to stop pointing the finger at one person. It goes beyond that. It's everybody. All three of them need to move on, as far as I'm concerned. But it's impossible to move on when you constantly got people talking about each other. Toya need to stop doing it. Toya and Memphis need to stop talking about K. Michelle. K. Michelle need to stop talking about they ass. All I want K. Michelle to do is get her damn label deal, get her record deal, and be able to put out her first album. That's all I really care about as a fan. I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. But I'm not finna sit here and let motherfuckers come for her and they don't know what they talking about. Everybody got something to say. Rashida got something to say. Tamar got something to say. Everybody's speaking on a situation that they have nothing to do with and don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was going in on Toya ass, and I'll do it again. As far as Gabby winning the Olympics, I am so happy for her. She's a black girl doing the damn thing. But my whole thing is, why everybody so worried about her nappy roots? Everybody got nappy roots. Who the fuck give a fuck? I mean, she's in the damn Olympics. Do you really expect for her to go out and run and play in the game and play for the Olympics with a fresh Remy weave on, with a fresh sew-in? Who the fuck cares about all that? Like, she won the Olympics. That's all that really should matter, in my opinion. You know, I didn't watch the Olympics because, you know, call me ignorant, but I'm not really into stuff like that. I don't even watch political things like like State of the Union or shit when Obama do that. I'm just not into it. So call me ignorant if you want to, but I ain't even watch it. But I know that she won, and I'm proud to see a black person come up with something like the Olympics. Another thing I want to discuss, Drake supposedly is going to be the executive producer of an Aaliyah album, and I totally disagree with that. I think the Abrisha Graham really need to sit his motherfucking ass down. He is highly obsessed with Aaliyah, in my opinion. Let the girl rest. If anybody should be putting out an album of unreleased material, it should be Timbaland and Missy. Or even the producers from the last album, those people that knew Aaliyah. Hell, some people even said that R. Kelly should be a part of it, because I'm sure that he got unreleased material from AJ and the number, but I highly doubt that he would even be involved in an unreleased Aaliyah album, because it wouldn't do nothing but bring bad press, considering the past that he's had with the whole marriage thing. So I don't see R. Kelly being a part of it at all. But then you got Tim and Missy, who basically took her career and brought it to new heights, and those are the people that need to be working on the album. What the fuck? I don't need nobody like Abrisha working on her motherfucking album. I just think that Drake really needs to sit his ass down. He's doing the absolute most. I don't think he need to be a part of it. I don't think that he need to take vocals from other people's records that Aaliyah did with them and just put his own production. It's kind of like a slap in the face, in a sense. To me, it is. To take somebody else's work and basically copy and paste it to yours. I just don't agree with that. I kind of take that as a slap in the face. Like, is my work not good enough? Like, who really gives a fuck about it being an updated sound? We just want to hear how the shit sounded. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really here for Abrisha doing the whole Aaliyah album. I'm just not. I'm just not here for it, period. I'm not. Only people that need to be a part of it is Timbaland and Missy. That's it. And if Static Major was alive, I would say that he needs to be a part of it. But I don't even think that the family is even supportive of that album. And you know, it's a lot of things that's been going on with their family for the last 10, 11 years. They don't want an Aaliyah movie to come out, and I don't either. Let's just be real. The movie is not going to be good at all. You know, like, but we really don't know what type of shit that Aaliyah dealt with before, you know, outside of the public eye. But it just seemed like she did not have a drama-filled life. So, you know, nobody really wants to see that. I read on Brandy Source that this guy wrote a letter to his gay son disowning him. And I kind of feel like this fucked up how he don't want any type of, any type of communication with his own son simply because his son is gay, and I just don't think that that's right. And the stuff that he said, there will no longer be any communication between us. I just feel like it's kind of fucked up. I just think that it's fucked up that he would do his own son like that or whatnot. So I just don't agree with people disowning their kids because of the choices that they made or whatever. And I just think that it's wrong for him to do that, and that's just what it is to me. Like, you know, I just think that it's wrong on so many accounts when people, that's why people don't like to come out, and everybody sit up here and talk about where motherfuckers need to come out the down low, motherfuckers need to come out the down low. But this is why they don't do it, because of people like that, closed-minded people like that. Like, I just don't agree with stuff like that. I don't think that just because your kid made a decision that you don't agree with, that you have to disown them and abandon them. They're still your child regardless of what situation they're in or what type of decision they made, because as a parent you probably didn't make any perfect decisions your damn self. So who are you to judge the next motherfucker about what the fuck they did? But at the end of it all, that's all I gotta say for my perspective video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and email me for my Ask Scotty segment. Everything will be at the bottom of the video. I also want to send my shouts out to Ashley Shy Miller, Closet Freak, I'm the Realist, Forest Rocks, Sweet Additions TV, Guys at Brunch, Divalicious Queen 83, Geeks, Shut Up Dorian, Kidstar 88, The Boy Dashian, just to name a few. Like, I really do support everybody in their endeavors, so I want to send everybody a special shout out. Even if I didn't call your name, you know I'll be forgetting everybody's name, but y'all know what the deal is. Everybody in my featured channels, you know who you are, and you know that I support you. Now, y'all really need to get on it. Please support my friend from college, Sierra. Her YouTube name is China Darcy. She reviews the Bad Girls Club, and I think her ass needs to review more reality shows so she can get more exposure or whatever. But please make sure y'all go and subscribe to her page. She's hella funny, and you know she's hung around me. We went to college together, and we're still friends. So if you like me, you will like her. I'm out of here, you guys. I got another video to film. Holla.